Now, if you see in the earlier lecture, we have started with sources of collection of a data. Then we have seen why data collection is so much important, because that data is going to be very important because that is the main input that you are going to give to your research. Collecting data is so much challenging since it is going to require so much of resources and even your attention and energy for completing the task of data collection and data processing. So if you fail to get correct data, okay, and the data which you have collected, if it is having errors, and the incorrect data is going to lead to incorrect results, because what happens when you're collecting data, your main aim is to come with the conclusion that is going to solve your problem. But when you're collecting data, if the data itself is faulty, having errors and incorrect, then obviously it is going to give you incorrect result only, and then your problem may not be solved. And that is the reason why data is so much important. Not only collection of a data, but the data which you are collecting, it should have good quality. It should give you the exact result that you are searching for. Okay. Then we have seen the main methods as to how you can collect the data. So when it comes to primary data collection, okay, observation, interview, and questionnaire, this is the way that you can collect the information or data. So observation will be used where you cannot go for actually preparation of a questions and asking questions to the people. So in case of a social research, how and why people behave in a particular manner, so you cannot ask questions all the times, and that is the reason why in observation case, you are mainly dependent on as to how the things are going, and accordingly just observing what are the things running behind that behavior. Okay. Then in case of an interview, you can have face-to-face interaction or even telephonic interviews. Okay. Some of the interviews may be structured, a well-planned interview when you know what all things that you have to collect or what all data that you have to collect. Some of the interviews may be unstructured, where you do not know the actual thing, and that is the reason why what happens, you need to spend more time on understanding the problem itself, and then you will be carrying out research. In that case, that will be unstructured interview. So you may not be having a clear cut plan as to how you're going to go for interview, right? So questionnaire is nothing but a list of questions which will be prepared basically for collecting the information that you require, right? So primary data is the first hand data that can be collected through all these methods. Okay. So when we refer to the secondary data, we are referring to the data which is already available, and such data can be either available in the company itself, that is the internal source, all the database that you are maintaining, that can be used as an internal source for understanding the things in detail. Sometimes you may also look to so many different businesses and so many different research institutes also for giving you some amount of input for planning your business operations. So that will be termed as an external source, right? So when you are referring to some research institutes, research journals, then demographic data, some institutes who have collected the data, right? So when we talk about the sources, survey that you can carry out, so you can ask questions to the people. You can also make use of a telephone for interacting with the people and collecting data. You can also email to so many different people, and then you can collect the information by attaching the questionnaire in that email, right? So questionnaire is a list of questions which you're going to prepare, what exact data that you want. Accordingly, you'll ask the questions and you will develop the alternatives, right? So you will make a combination of open and closed ended questions. So in interview, you'll decide as to what all questions and how you're going to go. In observation, you may think about observing yourself, means you will be there and then you are observing how the things are going on. Sometimes no need to be personally there, you may have mechanical observation. So there may be cameras and city vision and all that installed, that can be used for monitoring the behavior of people, that is called as a mechanical observation, right? So experimentation, mostly when we talk about experimentation, we are talking about laboratory work. So what we say, practicals are being performed. same thing is performed again and again, and then the result that you get, you are trying to generalize that result and you are trying to come up with some conclusion. That is what is called as an experimentation, right? Trial and error method is used normally. So focus group method, we are going to define different groups and that groups will be interacting with each other to solve a particular problem, right? So this is how about the primary data collection sources. In case of a secondary data, there are so many ways how you can collect it. So library, government, okay, trade professionals, all they who are engaged with the research institutes, right? So some of the data you may also gather from advertising agencies as to which particular type of advertisement media may be suitable for your business, okay? So this is how we have seen that primary data collection is mainly done using surveys and all, whereas secondary data collection mainly done by making use of different documents which are normally electronically stored. Previously used to refer to the record, that is not that easy, but now electronically stored data is or records are going to be more helpful because easily you can access data of last 5 or 10 years also, since it is stored electronically, right? So there are so many market study data that you can also use. Now we are going to see the difference. Okay, so many times a question comes as to what is the difference in primary and secondary data. So if you see the meaning wise, that the data which is collected by the researcher is called as the primary data. Secondary data is collected by some other person. The data which is already available, okay, it is not collected by you or not collected by the researcher. It is already available in one or the other form. So if you see, since you are collecting this data, so it is a unique data, what you want, only that information you have collected or that data you have collected. So you can see this is more original because this data may not be available with anyone else. But when it comes to secondary data, this is not original or neither unique because this data is collected by some person and this may be referred by so many different people as well, right? So if we talk about the adjustment requirements, now you can see primary data is not going to require any adjustment because what you want, only that information or only that data you have collected. You haven't collected any irrelevant data. Now when we are referring to the secondary data, the data which is collected by some other person, he may have collected it for some other reason, and that is the major reason why that data is going to need so much of adjustment. So if you are referring to the information or a data which is collected by some other person, you need to be very careful as to what all data that you are referring to and what exactly you want and what you don't want from that data. So you need to adjust and make necessary changes in the data as per your requirement, because that data is not as per your requirement, that is collected by some other person. This data is collected by yourself, so only the thing that you want, that you can select, right? Now you can understand the difference. Now if you go to a hotel and you place the order, right? So if you order a la carte basis pe agar order karte ho, that is something like what you want, only that you are asking. But if you are going for a thali or the dish with full of so many options, it may have happened कि उसमें से सभी options आपको पसंद नहीं है, right? So what you are doing, some of the things you are removing, some of the things you are accepting. That is how when it comes to secondary data, you will not be using all the entire data which is available. You may be adjusting the data as per your requirement. What you don't want, you will be removing it from that particular requirement, right? So when it comes to sources, we have already seen that surveys, experiments, observation, questionnaires, all that is going to be used for collecting primary data from customers, from suppliers, from so many other people. When we are talking about secondary data, we are going to refer to the internal records of the company, and if not, then the publications which are available to all, or sometimes external reports where you may be subscribing to different journals for the information, or it may have happened that to avail that data you have paid in terms of some money, right? So if you see type of a data, quality wise and quantity wise, here what data you are collecting, mostly this is quantitative data, which is mentioned in terms of numbers. When we are collecting primary data, that is mainly qualitative data. Now, suppose I want to find out, okay, if a particular product, how much demand for that particular product is. Okay. Now there are two ways how I can check out the demand, right? I can refer to the last 2-3 years sales data, and that data is going to help me understand how the sales are changing. So quarter wise, month wise, year wise sales that I'll refer, that is secondary data, which is quantitative. So what that data is? That data is September, how much sales in October, December, like this. So quantity में mentioned होगा वो data. Now when I'm collecting primary data, I may be checking out how much demand may be there in the market in next particular year. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to visit and I'm going to talk with so many different retailers, okay, or even distributors. And from them, I'm collecting some information as to what they think if the demand for that product is going to increase, if the product demand is going to decrease, what is the reason why the product is so admired in the customers. That is how I'm just collecting the data, which is going to help me understand the direction. It will not help me know the exact information. It is going to give me some direction as to how the things are going to go. So if I'll understand that most of the people are demanding for the product, then I can understand that in next year demand is going to increase. So I'll be preparing more amount of a production of that particular product. So you can see this is mentioned in quantity, this is mentioned in terms of qualitative data, which is not in numbers, maybe in attributes, how satisfied people are, if they are going to buy the products again or not, what they like, what they don't like, all that data will be termed as qualitative data, apart from quantity, right? So methods which are used for processing the data and even collecting the data, similar point hai, just a bit different. So here desk research method. Now desk research, because we are referring to the data which is electronically stored. So being at one place, we are referring to so much of other data. That is the reason why it is called as a desk research method. So I'm sitting at one place and collecting the information. Now suppose I want to find out financial condition of a company, right? So in that case, what I'll do, I'll be referring to the financial statements of last 2, 3, or 5 years. Then I'll be checking out profitability ratios, then other ratios. Okay. So that is something like using secondary data. So the statements are already available. I'm just making use of those statements to find out ratios and to judge the condition of a company. Now, when it comes to reliability, this is more reliable because you are the one who has collected it yourself. तो आपको पता है how much efforts you have to, how you have collected the data. Now, when it comes to secondary data, this is less reliable because we don't know how the other person has done the work. It may have happened that the other person has just collected that information for the sake of collection, or he hasn't even checked if people have given authentic responses or not. So in that case, we can say this is less reliable. This is more reliable because the data or the information is collected by yourself, right? So we have already seen that this is going to take more time. This is going to take less time. It is going to save your resources. Okay. Cost wise, if you compare that, your primary data collection is going to be so much costly. Why costly? Because you're going to spend so much of money, so much of time. You have to pay to different people for collecting the data. It may have happened. Suppose there are 4 different regions from where you have to collect the data. So you may be appointing somewhere 4 or 10 people to collect data from these different locations. Then you have to spend, right? So money, manpower, time, effort, energy, all that will be spent more when it comes to primary data. Secondary data, since it is already available, you are sitting at one place, availing the data and making the research. Since you are the one who is collecting the data, suppose I don't have time to go into the details, what I'll do, I'll appoint the people for collecting the data. So here I need trained investigators. Why I need trained investigators? Now you may have seen, suppose 2 different people come to your house for collecting the information. So one of the person you don't entertain at all, means if he comes, you just say that we don't want anything, just leave. But if one person is very skillful, a good communicator, right? So in that case, that person will persuade the other person to provide the information. So he'll start gradually building up the rapport that as to why that research is carried out, why he wants the data, and then there is a possibility that the other person may give the data easily. Trained investigators know what is to be collected and what information that is wrong in the questionnaires that can be corrected at that point itself. That's how you can see trained investigators are required when it comes to primary data collection. So here you don't require, because the data is already available, you don't require any investigators at all, right? So here you require investigators, here you don't require investigators. It is costly since you have to spend so much of money, time and manpower and other resources for collecting that information or for collecting the data. It is economical, secondary data. Economical in a sense, it is already available. You don't require many people to collect the information, and even don't require to spend time for collecting the information. When you are going to collect primary data, so when the secondary data is inadequate, right? So you can easily understand when it comes to collection of a data, which data you're going to refer first is this one. So before collecting primary data, you are going to refer to the secondary data. Why? Because it is economical. It is going to save your time, your resources, your energy, your efforts, manpower, all the things will be saved. So obviously you will check out if data is already available, okay, let it be collected by some other person. So that is going to help you minimize the cost, right? And that's the reason why before collection of a primary data, you need to collect the secondary data. And when you are going to collect primary data, when the secondary data is not sufficient for your research. So now there are two advantages, right? Referring to the secondary data first, what advantages it is going to offer. One thing, you will come to know if the data is already available, you can directly start with your research. If it is not available, okay, then you can start with your primary data collection. Now, if the information which is available or data which is available is insufficient, insufficient means there is something, but some of the things are missing. So in that case, data needs some adjustments, right? So you can understand what is available and what is not available. So only the thing which is not available for which you are going to go for primary data collection.